Hi everyone, and welcome today to my video of this 2012 Ford Focus SEL 4-door hatchback and to my YouTube channel. My name is Nathan. Thanks for taking a look and thanks for joining. I love to talk about cars and I love to present them. I love to do these videos to talk to you, even though I'm not speaking to anybody in person, but over the video and YouTube, and collect your thoughts, your feedback, your comments, and present this car as this specific car is, but also just interesting things about this specific model. I do a wide variety of cars. I love what I do. I like talking and showing you all the different stuff and telling the story of each specific car and its past and its history. So I do a lot of Japanese cars, but this car is an American car, of course, being a Ford, but this car is just a very, very attractive, in my opinion, sensible, economical car for anyone, but particularly for like a young driver or a first-time driver. Why? Well, the size. 2, it's relatively new, so it has a lot of safety stuff we're going to talk about. 3, the price. This car is marketed for just under $4,000, $3,950. So nowadays, to get anything that's as respectable as this car is for under $5,000, let alone under $4,000, is a bargain, in my opinion. And when you learn how mechanically sound this car is, you'll agree. This car is not perfect by any means, cosmetically not perfect. Mechanically, this car is 100% perfect. This car runs great, drives great, doesn't leak anything, doesn't smoke, doesn't have any weird noises or problems. Everything works on this car, including the air conditioning, but it cosmetically has had some things, and that's why I started on this side. So this is its best side, and I'm going to walk around and work my way around here. But again, I think this is a great car and a great deal to get a 2012. And for a nice 4-door hatchback, that would be a great car for a young driver. This car gets 38 miles to the gallon on the freeway. I mean, fantastic fuel mileage. It's loaded with nice stuff. Like I said, it has the Microsoft Sync system, which is Ford's proprietary Bluetooth integration, ease of use with your phone and all of that. It actually is wonderful. And Bluetooth audio, Bluetooth phone. It has heated leather seats. It has automatic climate control with, again, working air conditioning, a power seat on the driver's side, automatic headlights, which is great for a young driver, and other things like traction control, side airbags, and steering wheel audio and phone controls, and anti-lock brakes. So here we come on this side. This side isn't quite as pretty as the other side. Let me give you the complete walk around, and then I'm going to tell you about all the new parts this car has, and then we're going to talk about what happened to the front section here. So as you can see there, the hood is dented, wrinkled, buckled. I don't care what you want to call it, and I don't care if you don't like it, because that's what this car is. You could use this as a training tool for your child that you may buy this car for, to say, hey, don't do what the previous kids did, which were some high school kids that had this car, and they bumped the back of a large truck, which hit it right here, caused it to cause this crease dent right here and the other associated dents. Okay, it does look like it's open from the side, but I promise you it's not. I took the car to a body shop, a professional body shop, namely A1 Body Shop in Gahanna, Ohio, and I've worked with them for several years in varying capacities, and they made sure that nothing crazy was going on, nothing was structurally damaged or bent, made sure that everything was tight, which it is. Everything works, all of the lights work, again, doesn't leak any fluids, and again, the hood is secure. Okay, it looks a little open here because it's been wrinkled, okay, but it is closed and secure, and it doesn't wobble or do anything weird on the road. I will be driving this car in a driving video, because I like to do that also, to show you how it drives and give you my commentary of how it feels and how it rides, and I will be doing that. So if you'd like to see that, take a look for that video on my channel as well, and you can see me driving the car and telling you about it. The glass is clean and nice. There's no chips in the glass or anything. Roof is good. So let me tell you about the new parts. Half of what you're going to pay for this car was just put into it in new parts, okay? To make sure that your little Susie or Johnny is safe and secure and can enjoy this car with confidence. So again, mechanically sound. You know, when you're going to spend $4,000 or quite frankly less than $10,000 on a car, you need to decide what's the most important. I would think the car at the end of the day has to be able to go down the road like those other cars are out there. So nobody would want a car that looks perfect but mechanically won't make it from here to the end of that road, of course, or at least that's what I believe. So it is mechanically sound and it's not cosmetically perfect, but if you're going to be a young kid driving this, you're probably going to do some of the same stuff to it. So some of it's already been done. But anyway, on to the new parts mechanically. I just had all of this stuff done, okay? This car just had a new radiator and cooling fan assembly installed. Now, some people are going to go, oh yeah, it probably needed it because it was hitting the front. Maybe, but it was the original radiator and it had a real small leak at the very corner of the radiator, and I don't play games like that. So if it needs done, it gets done. So it got a new radiator, a new cooling fan assembly. The front control arms were original and they had some play to them, so the control arms were replaced in the front. The stabilizer links were also original in the front and they made some noise over bumps. So common thing to wear out. Getting bumped in the front may have contributed a little bit, but it's very common for a front suspension, especially at these miles. If you don't know the miles on this car, as we look at it here, 189,800. It's getting close to 190,000 miles. So the front stabilizer links were replaced. 2 new tires were installed in the front. An alignment was done. Went ahead and had the cooling system flushed with all the new cooling system parts, just makes sense. And a fresh oil change, okay? So new front control arms, new front stabilizer links, new front tires, an alignment, cooling system flush, oil change, and the radiator and the cooling fan assembly. All of that work was getting close to a couple $1,000. So you're getting half of what you pay for the car in new parts on the car and a car that is ready to go and ready to drive. There is nothing else that this car needs. This car is ready to go and drive. This car has been sitting in my garage and I have a epoxy garage floor that I can see any kind of leaks from any car without a doubt. And this car does not leak. This car does not smoke. And it's been sitting there for a few days now. And it is good. It's ready to go. It's ready to drive. The brakes, I just mentioned the new tires on the front. Okay, the rear tires back here have 7/32 tread on these tires. Yes, the wheels do have some corrosion. I'll show you all of them up close in just a second. The brakes have 9 millimeters on the back. You can see how new-ish that rotor is right there. If you don't know what you're looking at, go look at any other car, right? Rotors always develop rust. The hat of the rotor is a very good sign of how new or old it is. This gray paint color suggests this rotor is relatively new, so does the lip over here. This is the surface where the brake pad makes contact. It does get a little rusty. The more you brake, the more it cleans it off. Anyway, these have 9 millimeters on the back. They have 7 millimeters on the front. What does that mean? It means that brakes start out at about 10 millimeters new, so each millimeter is representative of about 10% wear. So these rear brakes only have 10% worn, which makes sense for how new they look. The fronts have 7 millimeters, which is about 30% worn, but they've still got lots of time left. This car shouldn't need brakes on the front or the back for at least 30,000 or more miles, okay? So I already mentioned about the front and kind of how it happened. Let's take a look closer at the body now, and then I'm going to show you under the hood before I show you the interior. The interior is absolutely wonderful. If you're going, oh, this car has a lot of this or that, yeah, well, take a sneak peek. The interior is beautiful. So again, pick what's important when you're shopping for a car of this price range, right? This car is mechanically sound and has a perfect interior and has no needs, but has some cosmetic stuff on the outside. So what? That's how I feel. So what? And if you don't like the hood, guess what? Go buy a new one. But I'm not doing it because the mechanical stuff is more important to me to know that it's mechanically sound before you buy it. Okay? So here's the new front tires on the front. Here's the wheel up front. Yes, it has a lot of corrosion and whatever, but these hold air. There's no problems with air leakage. We've got some touch-up paint here on this fender. We've got a trim piece or something that's broken or missing from here. There's some dents here on the leading edge of the door. The mirror is good. The door does not rub the fender or anything like that. I mean, meaning that these two panels are not touching. There's a soft dent in that door right there. Okay, there's a couple small dents up here. I mean, I can nitpick this car for days. There's a spot here that may have had some rust. I don't know. The paint, somebody's put something here and put some paint on it. Big deal. Same thing here. A little bit something going on there. Here's this wheel, which is probably one of the nicer ones. And this tire. And this brake back here. The back is pretty clean. Again, some dusted blue paint here. I didn't do this. I don't know. I think they were just trying to cover up any little rust bubbles to make sure they didn't get any worse. The back bumper is pretty clean. This car doesn't have a backup camera, but this car does have rear parking sensors, and they do work. So when you get close to an object, like if somebody was trying to back up right now and I was standing here in the way, it'll beep, beep, beep at you. So that's good. The tail lights are nice and clear. So are the headlights. The headlights work. The fog lights work. This is the gas door. There is no cap. I mean, it's not supposed to have a cap. Okay, it's a capless system. Same thing here on this. This is kind of called the dog leg right here. Same thing. Somebody put some paint there. Whatever they did there. There's that wheel again. This side is definitely her best side. I usually refer to cars as females. There's the chrome trim piece that was missing from the other side. Big deal. This is definitely the nicer side. Here's this wheel, about the same as the other three. The one on the left rear is definitely the nicest. The bumper is solid and secure, but it's got a crack there. It's got a crack over here. It's got a crack. It continues on here, but it's not falling off the car, right? Okay, it's still attached. It's still there. I've driven this car on the freeway plenty. It's fine. I'm going to show you the lights, that the lights work, and then we're going to open the hood. So I'm going to turn the lights to the on position, turn on the fog lights, and then I'll open the hood. So headlights, fog lights, headlights, fog lights. Can't remember if the brights are a push or a pull. Okay, I have the brights on now. All the lights were checked at the service center as well to be operational, but I'm just demonstrating that to you. There's the bright lights, which turns off the fog lights. Bright light, which turns off the fog lights. These lights are probably original. There's a tiny little crack on this one right here. They put some tape over it. You know, if you don't like it, buy a new one. But they definitely do not take on any water. I'm going to turn the lights off, and I'm going to open the hood. They don't take on any water. They don't get any condensation on the inside or anything like that. So I have popped the hood with the normal hood popper. All right, so you lift up, pull the lever for the secondary latch, and there you are. So here we are. You can see the new radiator and fan assembly right back here. You can see there was a little bit of plastic broken during the bump in the front here. Big deal. It's not affecting anything. Bottom side of the hood is clean. The hood pad is still in real good shape there. The prop rod. You can see how nice and dry everything is on the engine. Just gonna hover here so you can listen for a moment. All right, and I'm going to rev it up a little bit so you can hear a little higher RPM. That's as high as you can take it, but there you hear that. All right. We will close the hood, put the prop rod back down, and drop the hood just like normal. It's shut. You can lift up, it's shut. Give it a push down and make sure, but it is closed, relatched, works every time. Now let's take a look inside. Well, again, one of the greatest parts. Again, before we go through the interior, but everything works. All the windows, the locks, the mirrors, all the features and functions. Has snap-in rubber mats up front here. Look how nice the driver's side leather seat is. Again, side airbags, another safety thing for a young driver. I mean, a little bit of wear on this seat bolster, but not bad at all. Power seat on this side. The bottom of the seat's really nice. The seat's nice and firm. And the car is actually really comfortable to drive. So it really is. Automatic headlights, which it's on auto right now. Separate fog light button. Here we are. Nice steering wheel. The leather's really nice on the steering wheel. Okay, I had to blow my nose. Steering wheel, leather is very nice. Controls, cruise control here, phone controls and audio controls over here. There you can see the gauges. It does in fact have a full tank of fuel. There's the exact mileage, 189, 821. Idle's perfect. In the center here, heated seats, they work. Power outlet right there. There's a aux and USB inside the console here. And then here's the label about the Microsoft Sync system. So once you've paired your phone, it's actually one of the greatest Bluetooth systems out there in my opinion. But it works effortlessly for Bluetooth audio, Bluetooth phone. Automatic climate control, very easy to use. Again, digital, easy for a young driver. The door lock button is actually here in the center. Kind of an interesting placement, but that's where it is on these cars. Little screen up here, radio, CD, aux, Bluetooth phone, all that stuff. Once you have your phone paired to it, there's the screen. When you put the car in reverse, you can see the message comes up, rear park aid is on. You can turn it off, but again, it'll start beeping when you get close to other things. You can see how nice the dashboard is. Got garage door home link buttons here. There's a sunglass holder here. Let me show you the headliner. Again, the steering wheel leather, super nice. Headliner is in great shape. The visors, very nice. There's nothing falling down or anything. It's all nice and good condition. Let's take a look in the back and the hatchback. Back seat is real nice. These back seats fold down. There's a button right here at the top of the seat. You can, with this seat a little bit more forward, of course, this would fold flat. That one does the same thing. So kind of nice if you have big objects or your kid is in band or something like that. There's another power outlet on the back of the console right here. Some cup holders back here. I did want to point out, because remember I said about this area right here being whatever, look how clean it is inside the door jamb. You know, whatever they were trying to prevent from getting any worse, it's definitely nothing inside the door jamb, which is good. So there's that. The hatchback, very clean and tidy. This cargo cover piece is still here like it should be. You can see the split in the seats, so it's like a 70-30 split. The carpet back here is nice and clean. And this side, Again, I'm not going to fold this seat, but the same way, there's a button right there. You can fold it. There's ISOFIX anchors in the crack of the seat here, of course, because this car is relatively new for a child seat. If your child has a child or your young driver has a child, there you go. Same thing on this side. This jam is very clean. A little bit of peeling right in here from whatever this rust bubble or whatever started here. But again, nothing I would be concerned about, nothing I would worry about. And again, definitely wouldn't worry about it for the price of this car, but only you can decide what's most important to you. This passenger seat is even nicer than the driver's side. This seat's manual, but the leather is very nice. Leather's nice and soft throughout this car. Look how nice the armrest, that's not actually leather, this is actually vinyl, but it's very nice. Vinyl holds up better than leather in the long run. The owner's manuals are in the glove box here. The other focus mat in the front. These 2 rubber mats, very nice original mats. And that door panel. And I think that about covers it. I didn't think I could spend that long on a Focus, but there is kind of a lot to say, like I said in the beginning. But we saw the outside, we saw the inside, we saw under the hood, we saw the hatchback. I told you about all the new parts that the car has and how great it runs. If you want to see it run, join me on the driving video, which I will put right next to this video on my channel. I mean, again, you guys, folks, men, women, boys, girls, whoever's watching, I think it's a great car for the money. I think it's a great car for a young person. And again, you have to decide what's most important. If the car was cosmetically perfect, but couldn't make it from here a mile down the road, well, then that's probably not a car you'd want to own. The mechanical status of a car is most important. The cosmetics come secondary. This car is not embarrassing. This car is still very good looking overall. When you look at it up close, you see the blemishes, but big deal, you know. That's my opinion. You can take it for what it's worth, but I do think it's a great car. It shifts, runs nicely, shifts nicely. RPMs are pretty low on the freeway. Again, something you get from a newer car because it's a 2012. If it was a 2000, for the money, you'd be lucky to get a 2004 Honda Civic for the same kind of money, and it would probably have more mileage than this. And a 2004 Honda Civic isn't going to have any of the features and amenities that this has, and it's definitely only, you know, it would only have a 4-speed transmission. So there's a lot of trade-offs, but getting a car that's as new as this for the money, I definitely think there's value in that. So that's my presentation. That's my opinion. Leave your comments, leave your suggestions. Happy to read them, happy to hear it. Always happy to hear when someone says how my video helped them in some way or another, or to hear their testimony about a car that they have like this and how great it's been to them. Always welcome to share your real life thoughts, feedback, experience. Always welcome. I just enjoy to have all the open dialogue and communication with everyone. So again, thanks for watching. Check out the driving video that I will make here shortly after I blow my nose a few more times. Again, my name is Nathan. Make it a great day, and peace until next time. See you later. Bye-bye.